Welcome to Christian's Way Success. I am Christian Evans. In today's video, I will be talking about you are going to die. Welcome to Christian's Weight Success. I am Christian Evans. I lost a total of 187 pounds in 10 months. I'm here to help you be successful at reaching your fitness goals. Please enjoy today's video. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And also I have a list, which are a playlist of meal prep, gym workouts, juicing recipes, the whole gamut. Everything is down below, so go ahead and click on that and search through the playlist to find the video that you're looking for. If you see me with this sweater on a lot of times, it's because right now it's the Midwest and it's winter time, so you never know what kind of weather you're gonna run out into, so I always have my hoodie on. So I use this as one of my two jackets. I have a zip up hoodie and I have this one. So this is normally my my undercoat per se, and then I have another hoodie. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. Don't want everybody to think that I'm a bum. I am cheap, so I won't, be buying, new clothes, just for the camera. I'm not sponsored by anybody yet, but when I am, of course, I'll be rocking some new threads. But until then, this is just me, every day, wearing hoodies. If you're anything like me, you're always watching food documentaries, which meaning like, where our food comes from, the food supply, the food chain, all that stuff. And I just watched this one. It was called Food Choices. It was on Netflix. It was made back in 2016. I don't know why I'm just now seeing it. Maybe it just became available to us. But that's honestly how I feel once I got through watching it. I just felt like what the film was saying is you're going to die, or we are all going to die. And yes, that is a part of life, but who really wants to think of it, in that terms? This is one of those subjects to where, in all honesty, it may be the subliminal reason why once we get older, we start focusing more on our health, because then we mentally know that, okay, like, I want to live longer. I know life is not promised, tomorrow isn't promised, and we start to realize our own mortality. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, all those years, we're just, young and free, doing what we want. But as we get older, yes, we do start thinking more about our health and well-being because we want to live a long and prosperous life. But how I felt after that movie, and not so much that one, just all the food documentaries that I've watched, they almost scare you into buying something else, or switching to this diet, or switching to that diet. I can say I've been a victim of that. I watched a documentary and it was very informative to me and it helped me change my life. So I'm not going to speak negatively about all food, documentaries. It's just kind of the context. But this one per se, and I'll try to sum it up to be quick. We have this whole vegan kind of craze kind of going, and plant power, and I'm all for it. That's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. I don't knock anybody for doing whatever diet that fits them. But in the movie, they were talking about the Asian culture, which is one of the cultures that has pretty much the longer lifespan, and they look at their diet. Now, one thing they did point out is that they are all not plant-based, and that word I want to kind of further dive into. They have a lot of vegetables, eat a lot of vegetables, but they also eat small portions of meat. Our Western diet is considered, majority of our plates are, meat, and then we have the small portions of vegetables. Now, we flip-flop that around when we have more vegetables than meat, per se, we could do a little, we could be a little bit, better off. And that's pretty much what the Asian culture, over, in China and, Thailand and all these, ancient cultures, and they're studying them and their diet. And what's the difference between their diet and our diet here in the Western diet? And the difference is they just had smaller meat portions. Now, they did not completely eliminate meat, but they just had smaller portions, mainly for flavor and taste, but not so much, a big, 6 to 8 ounce ribeye like we have in our culture. But they still labeled it plant-based because the basis of it was plant. So, they eat, a plant-based diet throughout the day, and maybe about once a day they'll have meat, but it will be small portions of it just for flavor that goes along with their vegetables and how they prepare it. So that's that on one hand. But then once they start talking about, going organic and how that affects so much of what you would call farmable acres of land in the world, and how in the long run it actually is going to sum it up, cause more pollution in the air. It takes a lot longer and covers a lot more ground. It reduces the amount of space us humans have to live in. So it's kind of one of the things is like, you are stuck in, between a rock and a hard place. That's how I honestly felt. I felt like no matter what choice we make, it may not be the right one. And it's like, okay, we're just going to die. You can't eat meat. You can't eat all vegetables. Basically that's what they're saying. It has to be a healthy balance. I'm not here to preach on veganism or plant-based diet, or, I'm full carnivore, or, full meat, wherever you want to call it, far as, just eating that. It's just one of those things to where we have so much information. It's up to you to decide what kind of diet you want to choose and what's best for you. I would suggest everybody do their own research, look up, any definitions to labels that you don't know what the definitions are. But most importantly, enjoy your life while you are on your healthy lifestyle change. Above all, that's the overall message that, I want to convey. I don't want to be too preachy or, to be strict and do this and do that, because everybody may not be there. I just want to make sure I talk to you all and, and home in on that. There's so many different additives and different things that are in our food that it's like, how do you want to go? And when I mean go, not so much death, like which way do you want to go? Do you want to go plant-based? Do you want to go organic? And with those two things, plant-based and organic, there's still pros and cons in that. Now, if you're not going plant-based and you're still eating meat, which I have, and along with vegetables, it's are you getting organic or you're not getting organic? Organic farms actually take up more space. Far as for acres of land. That's why I was just saying earlier. So that's honestly what my interpretation was, far as from the movie. Even the whole protein kick. They were talking about how increased protein is really pushed up on our culture and in our society and in our Western diet. And it actually says too much protein can lead to cancer. Go figure. So why is it being pushed so much into our culture, and cancer rates has increased maybe over the past, say 50, 60 years? It also talked about calcium, and calcium is directly linked to osteoporosis, but yet they have commercials saying increase your milk intake, increase your vitamin D intake. You get all that, majority of it through milk, your calcium, but yet studies show osteoporosis and high amounts of calcium leads to that disease. I mean, what are you to do? You know what I'm saying? That's why I say everybody do your own research, make the best choice for yourself. I caught myself in stores making life decisions when buying a bottle of honey. And I'm sitting back there and I'm just like, okay, is it real? Is it not? What is this stuff? And yes, be mindful. Yes, make the best choice for you. And that's what I want to leave you with at the end of this video. Make the best choice for you. You can listen to me, or you listen to whatever random person that's on, YouTube or Facebook, making videos of health claims. I believe that you should listen to everybody and make a choice that is best for you, and just stick to it. See how your body feels after you make those choices. If it doesn't feel right, switch up. If it feels right, stay on it. I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, have a successful day. Peace out.